Welcome to another installment of the Good Hood Sessions. We're here at the studio next to the Sportsman's Tavern, where the Sportsman's is currently rocking with the Twang Gang and a bunch of guests up on stage. We've corralled a couple of them and stole them away into the studio. My name is Seamus Gallivan with the Good Neighborhood, and I am here with, let's do ladies first, Dee Adams and Leroy Towns. They are two of the favorites here at the Sportsman's, Dee hosting the Monday night open mic, and Leroy a little bit newer on the scene, who's taken over a monthly residence playing on the second Thursday of every month here at the Sportsman's with his band. And he's not from here, so we would like to get to know Leroy a little better. And well, Leroy, thanks again for joining us here and bringing Dee with you, who's been singing on a lot of your songs. And tell us a little bit about where you're from and what brought you to Buffalo.
Well, I've been in Buffalo for 4 years, by the way, playing on April 14th over here at the Sportsman's, April 14th and the second Thursday of every month. I came to Buffalo 4 years ago. Why did I come here? To go to school. I went to school here, and we were making an album at Select Sound, and, you know, it was a blast. I was living with my drummer, and we were making an album, and it was like a totally Spinal Tap experience. We were fighting all the time. I think one night I was drinking pretty heavily down in Allentown at Nietzsche's, and I saw Dee at a at a songwriter's circle, and it was instantaneous. I was like, wow, this voice. So I bought the voice a drink, and then I got to know her, and I started coming to Sportsman's, and I don't really go anywhere else. I play other places, and I think other places are cool to go to, but when I choose to fly, I fly Sportsman's. And so it's become my spot.
Well, it certainly has, and the regulars have really taken to you, young and old.
They put up with me hanging out and being annoying.
They like him best when he's on stage.
Yes, they do. Yes.
And he's actually recording another record right here in this studio on this floor. Actually, you were in here just the other day when we stopped by, and we have every inclination based on these shows that we've seen and the prior two records that Leroy Towns has that it's going to be phenomenal. Really taking the Sportsman's by storm, and it's not an easy thing to do. You mentioned we mentioned that you're not from here. You moved into town a few years ago. We're going to get a little bit into where exactly you're from, a couple hours south of here in the deep country. But want you to do a song about home, and I know that you're defining home in many ways, but you've written a song directly about home, right?
Yeah, this is a song called Home, and I wrote this before I moved to Buffalo, about a town that I grew up in. It's a great song. I love playing it over here next door, and it makes a lot of sense there as well. But yeah, this is a tune this is the first song that we started recording this last Sunday on guitars in here, and we used Dwayne's dad's 1962 Fender Tremolux, which is right there, and is an amazing amp. And it was the first guitar notes that went on the album. It was really awesome. So this is the song. It's Home. Sorry.
Leroy Towns and Dee Adams here in the studio next to the Sportsman's Tavern with Home.
Of the lonesome train as it disappeared in silence, and it echoed out my name. And I learned to stand up straight before I ever learned to fall. And I was sheltered in the shadows of your hallowed halls. 'Cause it's my home. It's my home. It's where they'll bury me. It's my home. It's my home. It's gonna carry me down the road, down that long and lonely road. It's my home. like the tide. And the river splits the valley and goes chugging through the night. And I listen to the water everywhere I go. Don't try to find what I can't change. Don't try to learn what I can't know. I just try to heed the rhythm and get caught up in the flow. But I'll always be a stranger. It don't matter where I go. This is my home.
It's my home.
It's where they'll bury me. It's my home.
It's my home.
It's gonna carry me down the road, down that long and lonely road. It's my home.
Leroy Towns with D. Adams doing a song called Home, kind of taking you back to where he's from, and I'm sure a song that makes you think of wherever you're from or wherever you happen to be calling home. As we talked about, Leroy's calling Buffalo home now, having moved up from Wellsville, New York, a couple hours south of town. We have embraced him wholeheartedly here at the Sportsman's and here in Buffalo, and his way of making himself part of our community goes certainly beyond falling off of bar stools, as he was talking about before. Yeah, we've had him as part of some events in the good neighborhood. He was with part of our Neil Young benefit, our Neil Young tribute,
Yep.
which helping out Target Cancer a couple weeks ago at Nietzsche's, part of our Wordsmiths at Work, Scrabble Fest benefit for literacy volunteers, and really a show stealer at a lot of events where there are a lot of people on the bill, and certainly when his own band is taking the stage here at the Sportsman. One of the things that we like here is that this is such a at the Sportsman a real Americana feel, and there's a lot of country that going on next door, even though we're here in the heart of the city. And Leroy really helps us bring that by literally coming from the country and really evoking it in many ways with his music, not just country music, but rural music that takes you actually there. And you have a song that is this next song is it directly about Wellsville?
Well, I don't know that any of the songs are directly about anything. I really wanted to talk about our program that we were going to develop about paying your library fines, about
Yes.
intentionally accruing fines. This is a new good neighborhood. The Leroy Towns initiative is that you go to the library and you take books out, intentionally return them late, and pay your fine gladly. It's a great way to support your local library, and it looks like more and more people are just not going to be supporting that who should be. So I think it falls on us as citizens to revolt in our own little ways.
Witnessing a movement. This is a movement being born right here
I
in the
really,
last 15
the
minutes.
Leroy Library Initiative
Yeah.
is going to be what it's called, and yeah, this song, whatever it's about, is called Deep Country.
Take it away, Leroy.
And there's a place I wanna take my baby to, where the grass is green and the sky's blue, and a mossy back sadness 1,000 years old. I wanna lay her down when the moon is bright. I wanna wake her up in the morning light of 1,000 days to never grow old. So kiss me on the lips on a cherry sweet sunrise. Hold me tight, don't ever let go. In that deep, deep country, like a sadness that don't roll away. In that deep, deep, deep country, that's where she is, and that's where I'm gonna stay. In the night of her eyes, there's a light that shines. like ocean waves. She spends my nights and stays my days, and she loves me like a river loves the sea where it rolls. There's a highway along in a road that's deep, and secrets are too good to keep in bars where the tune of time never molds. So buy me this drink and I'll see you in the morning. Hold me tight, don't ever let go. In that deep, deep country, like a sadness that don't roll away. In that deep, deep, deep country, that's where she is, and that's where I'm gonna stay. 'Cause in the night of her eyes, there's a light that shines
For her eyes now, for her eyes now, for her.
and I would do anything,
For her,
and I would do anything for her.
Leroy Towns and Dee Adams with Deep Country. And boy, if you can't feel that song, then you better have somebody check your pulse, 'cause you need a ride to the hospital. That is deep stuff. And we really appreciate you coming by, Leroy.
I'm sorry for chewing gum and playing at the same time, but I'm quitting smoking, and it's fun. And if there's any smokers out there, don't quit, guys. It's not worth it. I want to say it's not worth it. That's my next Good Neighborhood initiative.
That's your next initiative.
I'll get that one together by the next time, I promise. But until then, intentional fines.
Next
please.
thing you know, you're going to be rising a crusade to smoking libraries. Let's worry about the library one first, Leroy. Every second Thursday of the month, you can see Leroy Towns next door at the Sportsman's Tavern. You can see Dee hosting the open mic on Monday nights and many nights in between. Thanks for checking out the Good Hood Sessions. We hope to see you at thegoodneighborhood.com and out and about in town. We'll see you soon. Thanks.